Understanding the Biafra Crisis, from the 1967 Civil War to Nnamdi Kanu's 2025 trial. The story of Biafra is not just about borders or politics, it's about people, about a nation torn from within, children who starved while the world watched, and voices like Nnamdi Kanu rising decades later to echo old wounds. To understand this deeply human struggle, we must revisit the painful beginning, feel the tremors of war, and confront the uneasy present. In 1966, Nigeria was only 6 years old as a nation, fragile, diverse, and struggling to unite hundreds of ethnic groups under one flag. Among them, the Igbo people of the southeast stood out. Many had moved north in search of work and built lives there, but the nation's simmering tensions boiled over after a military coup in January 1966, led mostly by Igbo officers. Though the coup wasn't meant to target any ethnic group, it was widely seen in the north as an Igbo attempt to dominate, and in retaliation, the north erupted in violence. Across cities and towns, Igbo civilians were attacked, their homes burnt, their lives taken in cold blood. Some survivors speak of watching their neighbors turn into murderers overnight. In places like Kano, Zaria, and Kaduna, railway stations and markets became killing fields. Estimates vary, but tens of thousands of Igbo men, women, and children were slaughtered, many hacked with machetes or burnt alive. It was not a battle, it was a massacre, and the survivors fled back to the east, haunted and broken. In the wake of this genocide, the eastern region, led by Lieutenant Colonel Chukwuemeka Ajumegwu, decided enough was enough, and on May 30, 1967, he declared the region an independent state, the Republic of Biafra. For many Igbos, Biafra was more than a country, it was safety, dignity, and a chance to live without fear. But the Nigerian government saw it as rebellion, and the countdown to war had begun. The Nigerian Civil War, often called the Biafran War, officially began in July 1967. What followed over the next 30 months was one of Africa's most devastating conflicts. The battlefields stretched from riverside villages to major cities, and every inch of ground gained meant bloodshed. Nigeria imposed a tight blockade on Biafra, cutting off food, medicine, and aid. Slowly, painfully, the children began to die. Their photos, hollow eyes and swollen bellies, shook the conscience of the world, but help came too little, too late. By January 1970, Biafra surrendered. The war ended, but the trauma lived on. Orphans, widows, and broken dreams scattered across a reunited but deeply wounded Nigeria. Decades passed, but the scars never healed. In the 2010s, a new voice emerged, Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, who reignited the call for a sovereign Biafra using social media, radio broadcasts, and mass mobilizations. To his supporters, Kanu was a freedom fighter; to the Nigerian government, a threat to national unity. He was arrested multiple times, escaped, re-arrested, and now, in 2025, he stands trial once again. His fate, and that of the movement he leads, remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the Biafra story is far from over. From the dark days of the 1967 Biafran War to the ongoing trial of Nnamdi Kanu in 2025, this video takes you deep into the heart of the Biafra crisis, a story of survival, pain, injustice, and resistance. It's more than a political conflict, it's a human tragedy that continues to shape Nigeria's history and future. Learn how the struggle began, what led to the civil war, and how the cry for Biafra still echoes today through voices like Nnamdi Kanu. Source: The Nation, July 25, 2025. If you found this video informative, don't forget to subscribe to TMI. Too much information. For more real stories, deep dives, and powerful content that brings you the truth behind the headlines. Like, comment, and share this video to keep the conversation going. Subscribe to TMI today and stay informed.